Hola, ¿qué tal? In this video, we're having a look at 3 texts where people are describing their lifestyles, talking about what they used to do in the past, what they do now, and what they're going to do or what they plan to do in the future to improve their lifestyle, perhaps. So let's have a read through in Spanish, and then a pause, and then in English. Vamos. Ernesto 87. Me gusta fumar porque me relaja. I like smoking because it relaxes me. Antes fumaba 20 cigarrillos al día. Before, I used to smoke 20 cigarettes a day. Y llevaba una dieta poco variada. And I didn't have a very varied diet. Literally, I used to lead a diet not very or little varied. So I didn't have a very varied diet. Pero ya hago las cosas de forma diferente. But now ya often means already, but in this case now. But now I do things differently. Suelo comer fruta y verduras todos los días. I tend to, or I usually eat fruit and vegetables every day. Y solo fumo 5 cigarrillos. And I only smoke 5 cigarettes. Aunque todavía soy adicto. Although I am still addicted. Voy a ser más activo. I'm going to be more active. Y en 6 meses, and in 6 months, espero dejar de fumar completamente. I hope to stop smoking completely. Okay. Over to Anaime. Antes llevaba una vida muy sana. Before, I used to lead a very healthy life or lifestyle. Comía bien. I used to eat well. Y hacía ejercicio todos los días. And I used to do exercise, or I did exercise, every day. Ahora soy poco activa. Now I am not very active. Literally, I'm little active. I'm not very active. Y suelo comer comida rápida. And I normally eat fast food. Porque es más fácil. Because it is easier. Sé que se debería evitar la grasa. I know that you should avoid fat. Así que en el futuro, so in the future, quiero cambiar mi dieta. I want to change my diet. Y preparar más comida en casa. And prepare more food at home. Over to Dioxa D. Cambié mi vida hace un año. I changed my life a year ago. Antes bebía demasiado alcohol. Before, I used to drink too much alcohol. Además, nunca practicaba deporte. Additionally, also, I never used to do sport. Ya no me emborracho. Now, I don't get drunk. Or, ya no can be no longer, so I don't get drunk anymore. Any longer. Y ahora soy miembro de un gimnasio. And now I'm a member of a gym, donde voy a entrenar 3 veces a la semana. Where I go to train 3 times a week. En 6 meses voy a participar en un medio maratón en mi ciudad. In 6 months, I'm going to take part in a half marathon in my town. Y voy a hacer una campaña publicitaria and I'm going to make a publicity campaign or an advertising campaign sobre la importancia de la salud. About the importance of health. Muy bien. So you can spot some similarities when it comes to the use of different tenses. So, for example, when we've got people talking about what they used to do in the past, what do we notice? There's reference to antes, before, antes. And the verb, often in the imperfect tense, with endings like aba, fumaba, llevaba. That's how the AR verbs swap the AR for aba to say I used to do it. Or you might see endings like ia, comía, hacía. That's where bebía, where the ER or IR verbs swap the ER or IR for ia to say I used to do it, I used to eat, comía. We've also got similarities when people talk about what they do now. You might see reference to ya for now or ahora for now, followed by present tenses like soy, I am, or hago, I do. And often you'll also see an voy for I go. You'll also often see reference to suelo, I tend to do something, talking about what we usually do, what we normally do. And we've got similarities when people talk about what they're going to do in the future. How do we form that? Yeah, you can see reference to, in terms of time phrases, things like en 6 meses, in 6 months, or en el futuro, in the future. But we've also got reference in terms of the structure of the verb, voy a, followed by the infinitive. Voy a ser, I'm going to be. Or you've got reference to voy a hacer, I'm going to do, voy a participar, I'm going to take part. And also, quiero, I want to, is another way of referring to the future. So feel free to rewind the video so you can practice your pronunciation into Spanish and also your translation into English. Buena suerte. Hasta luego.